Cari amici, questo è un altro appuntamento importante perché abbiamo uno storico musicista irlandese, an historical Irish musician, è stato il primo musicista a fare il tributo a Rory Gallagher, the first Irish musician, Barry, to play Rory Gallagher tribute. Yeah. Barry McGivern, signori all'ascolto. Thank you, Barry, for your kindness, of course, and we are very excited and very proud for this event, of course, but to testify directly from Ballyshannon, what means Rory Gallagher, not only for Irish musicians, but also for the audience, for fans, for Irish people. Yeah. What can you tell to Italian people who don't know Rory, who are not informed, or oldest persons who were 20, 25 years old on 70s. Yeah, they went to see him, but now they don't remember anything about him. Yeah. What can you tell about Rory to Italian people, especially new generation?
New generation. Well, I suppose really the thing about Rory is that Rory really, music just flowed out of Rory. You know, he was, if you imagine a body form that is working, but is working with music all the time. Rory lived his music.
Si viveva per la sua musica.
He totally lived his music. And
forse questo è stato magari il suo più grave difetto. This wasn't his biggest problem, life problem.
It probably was his biggest life problem, because if you take a look at some of Rory's tour schedules, you know, in the 70s, early 80s, Rory was probably doing 300 gigs a year. And anybody who's a musician will know that those gigs are very long days, late nights, up early. And like everything else, even if you're not having more than one or two drinks, the road is just tiredness. And when you watch somebody like Rory Gallagher, who was doing 3-hour gigs at that intense energy level, you know, that's a lot of energy over the course of a week. You're not sleeping properly, you're traveling hundreds of miles, you're setting up, you're going again. Endlessly, maybe 50 weeks of the year, Rory was on tour.
Quindi una vita da randagio, 300 date in un anno, quindi chiaramente suonare in tutto il mondo, e quindi non avevi possibilità, no relax.
No time for relaxing.
No time.
You're talking about an artist who did, you know, I think it was 25 world tours and 40 American college circuit tours.
25 world tours in America.
You know, right around the globe, he did 25 world tours, which is
totally.
You know, it's not really that well known. But you know, over the course of, you know, when Rory started out with Taste, so he was 18, 19 years of age, to where he's 46. So you put 25 world tours and 40 American college circuit tours into that time span. That's a guy who's working, you know, just constantly.
Quindi 25 tour mondiali.
And then he's got 15, 16 studio albums in among that. Then you've got all the live stuff. You know, I mean, as Donald would say, you know, life on the road was killing him, and life off the road was also killing him. But that was Rory. I mean, he had so much music in him, he just needed to get out and play. He really was. He was a musician's musician, just needed to be getting, you know, this existential stuff out of him in the format of the guitar and the songs. You know, I think Rory was a poet, to be truthful. You take a look at all of his songs, I think there's lots of hidden messages in those songs. You know, and they're pertinent to where they were on tour, certain times, what was happening and going on. You know, so I think somebody should be, well, there is a girl who is examining that there, but...
Quindi una vita massacrante, ma non è che volesse fare tutto da solo e non si fidava di nessuno. Did he want to make everything without having faithful for anybody?
How do you mean, really?
Oh,
are you talking about was he staying to a format to?
He had a very bad experience with the manager of Taste, Eddie Campbell.
Eddie Kennedy in the early days.
Eddie Kennedy, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely coloured things for him. You know, if you look at some of Rory's footage, I'm sure you've seen this yourself over the years. He would have occasionally done an intro of what's going on or something like that there to mimic what had happened before. But that early taste was obviously very, very painful for him. And I think that first Rory Gallagher album, a lot of stuff in there was really saying about people, you know, how they behave. Rory, you know, he said himself, I want to be able to walk down the road. I want people to enjoy my music, but I don't want the paparazzi and everybody else on top of me. You know, and you know people would say, oh, he's very dyed in the wool of a certain type and stuff, but it's not. All those albums are individually very different from the previous one. You go like Top Priority, Signals, Jinx, the early Rory Gallagher stuff, Juice. You know, the contrast between the styles, right to the very last one, with the Fresh Evidence.
Yes.
You could see that King of Zydeco, that Americana style of stuff starting to filter its way in there.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he did a recording with a Nigerian guy. You know, recordings there, but it's not widely out there. So he was into that. He was back into what we would call that Celtic open dadgad tuning that rings out very much with that sort of Tinnawarren style stuff. And I often thought to myself, it would have been interesting to see what the next album would have been. I think it would have been down that direction.
It's very for me. It's very important to consider also the last album, not only the first albums.
Yeah.
But generally, I'm talking about Italy. People consider first Rory because in the 70s, but not now. Not the last albums. No, this is a very big mistake.
Yeah. But it was
big mistake.
It was But the thing you have to remember is that it's probably like all albums that are out there. When you're 18, 19, 20, 25, you've got lots of energy, and you really are. You know, you're pushing. You're going flat out and hard. And Rory, even though Rory could play really fast, you know, some of the early Taste stuff, Isle of Wight and stuff, and you listen to some of those things, you just go, that's impossible to even replicate, never mind go there. And he was playing those solos, you know, as just, they were just coming out of him, they weren't rehearsed. But towards the end, you know, Rory always talked about economy of scale. So if you listen to songs like Walking Wounded, you know, it's back to that sort of I Could Have Had Religion, where it's big guitar sound, it's hanging out there, the solos in it aren't overly flash, he's using an Octavier, and he's just doing stuff that really makes each particular song work. He's not going out there and saying, you know, I can still do all this here mad bluesy stuff. So I think he had moved to another stage, even though he was still putting in Tattooed Lady and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
But he was at a different thing where he was the sound. I think he was working at the sound coming out of the guitar. So, you know, mightn't move very far musically, but you know, he had a particular sound. And you know, the Stoya Blues Festival, when he put the telly on again.
Saw him.
and that sound was just enormous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you just think, yeah, he's kind of
And
come
last time,
full circle.
94.
94, you know. And even in 94, even though the guy wasn't well, and he was out with the new band, you know, Levy and Richardson and stuff, I really thought that he was pushing again. I thought that there was a bit of life. Might have become tired with Jerry and Brendan. I thought those guys had given Rory a bit of a lift. And, you know, that Pistoia Blues Festival, he was literally playing just off the face of a cliff. The sounds he was getting out of the guitar were just absolutely amazing.
He has played with Jerry and Brendan in Pistoia in 1984.
Yeah, I saw that one as well, yeah.
1984. I remember, I was there, of course, but the local promoter has interrupted the set because it's too late.
It's too late.
I wanted to shoot him.
Getting Rory stopped is the problem.
But it was a problem of 15 minutes more.
Yeah.
Not more. No. It's too late. He's interrupted the set. After acoustic set, shadow play. Final.
And that was it, yeah.
70 minutes.
That's a short set for Rory. That is a short set for Rory.
And but on that time, I didn't know the man.
Yeah.
Because on that time, and on that the promoter on that time, I was very, very angry. But because the municipality organized the festival.
Okay.
Now they have given everything to a manager, a real manager, external manager, and now it's different. But because, for example, in Pistoia, 1 year after, Otis Rush was very late by airplane.
Yeah.
Then they make him playing at 2:30 in the night.
In the night, not very late, yeah.
Wasn't it too late? No.
Yeah.
It wasn't late.
Yeah. Well, these things happen, you know.
No, but so we have these reality in Italy restrictions. Here, not the same. Here is not the same.
It depends.
In Italy, it's not possible.
Yeah.
Really not possible to listen to good music.
Late at night or just in general?
In general. The restriction of the time.
Yeah.
No, not over midnight.
Really?
Oh, not over midnight because public order.
That's interesting because you would have thought, with European, especially like Italian, Spanish culture, where everybody is dining late, you would think that music would be late at night as well. You know, that would be the norm. So you go out for a dinner at 9 or 10, and now I'm going to a gig. Yes. The guys are starting at 11:30 and they play till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, people stay in the night for drinking, eating, talking. Music.
The music's different then.
No. Yeah. Discotheque.
Yeah.
Rappers.
Yeah. Well, that's different. So it is.
No. So, Barry, have you ever played outside Ireland? I suppose.
No.
In Europe. Never played.
No.
No,
Just
only Ireland.
only Ireland. Yeah.
So I think it's a good occasion to organize something in Italy.
Yeah, it could very well be.
In the future.
But you've got Claudio and what do you call them? Big Guns down in Bergamo. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that you have in Italy.
Yeah, I know them, but they used to organize a private event.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Not an important event. Different. I want to organize with municipalities because I'm working now
Right. Okay.
with the municipalities. Yeah. For example, I had last week before leaving the permission by the municipality in my small town where I live to organize events in autumn winter time because we ain't got theater, no cinema, only 2 locations.
Right.
Especially the first, the smaller 100 seat places, sitting places.
Yeah.
It's a municipal room for council.
Yeah.
Local council. And the other one is a bookcase room, bookcase room.
Right.
200 seats.
Yeah.
They have some problems now, some bureaucratic problems, but it will be available also next winter time. But now the smaller, I have the smaller, and you have to consider that nothing has been made there in 70 years.
That's remarkable.
70 years without.
They built a wall around it. And
yeah. And I feel just an absolute beginner.
Right.
And when I come back home next Wednesday, I have to march very hard to find the money.
Yeah. Money is always the problem.
To organize events.
No money, no nothing.
Yes.
That's the problem,
Especially from companies for making by them some real investments along the time.
Yeah.
And so it's important to have an event with promotion at least all over northern Italy.
Yeah.
And so you can have an important event, a public event. Private, yes, everybody can make private events.
Yeah. So you're really saying that the blues scene in Italy is quite small? You know, is it
blues?
You know, blues rock type things.
Diffusion, but yes, some parts is good. Yeah, Pistoia now, Pistoia Blues is too commercial.
Right.
We have Chiari Blues Festival.
Right.
Very, very important names. This year, 9th July, Govet Mule in Pistoia.
Oh, yeah.
10th, Chiari.
Yeah.
Then George Thorogood and the
Story. He's back on tour again,
in Chiari.
Yeah.
Chiari Blues Festival is is the most important festival.
Yeah. Well, I suppose things are slowly starting again because you got hit really badly with COVID. Mm-hmm. You know, so you were really locked down for a long time.
And I have to contact the hotels in Italy because hotels have structures inside them.
Right.
To organize events, but usually they don't make anything because too expensive.
Yeah. If you don't invest, you don't get money back.
If you want to have a room, very, very expensive. But now, after COVID, I think they are more and more quiet.
Yeah.
It's important to have companies
for
which organize meetings, and you have and you can propose music events inside these meetings.
Yeah.
This would be very important for companies.
You envisage something like the Ballyshannon type thing happening over there, yeah.
So I hope to have good news. Now we are at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, these things take time.
At the beginning of the road.
Yeah.
But not only my small town, but other small towns, municipalities.
Yeah.
I have good contacts.
Yeah.
Yes, but we had problems with COVID, of course.
Yeah.
But now we have some elections, municipal elections.
Okay.
Next Sunday. And someone in some areas only, not the whole nation, but in some areas, especially
like
Emilia
Romagna,
type thing, near Bologna, my town, and I hope to get better contacts with them, and I think it's possible to have.
If you get Rory Gallagher up and running there, it'll be quite a feat.
I presented a project for the next year for Rory Gallagher Italian meeting.
Yeah.
4 bands. But now I have to get the answers by the towns I've contacted, the small towns I've contacted. I hope so.
Good, I'll be glad to hear that there.
Quindi, cari amici, avete capito che io sono in contatto con vari comuni e quindi aspetto delle risposte appunto per organizzare questi eventi. E quindi noi vorremmo avere Barry McGivern in Italia. Barry, we wish to have you in Italy.
It would be very nice. If you can get that far, we will certainly come. We will bring our guitars and do our best.
Do you live in Belfast?
We live in Belfast, yeah.
Belfast.
Rory's adopted hometown, as we like to say.
I know. And Belfast, I love the town because
it's a nice city.
It's very friendly for me.
They are, despite all the history of troubles, people are very friendly.
Bene, cari amici, allora venite a Ballyshannon, venite a Belfast, venite in Irlanda, perché the spirit of Rory Gallagher, qui a Ballyshannon, ogni anno, every year, but not only here in Ballyshannon, but everywhere.
Yeah, I mean
everywhere.
Yeah.
And what can you say finally to Italian audience
about Rory Gallagher?
Yes. Why not?
Word.
As you want.
Rory Gallagher. Also, all you have to do is go and take a look at Rory. Your first video that you watch him, you will be hooked forever. So many people who never saw Rory, who saw him on YouTube and whatever, become fans after that. They can't believe that the guy's no longer with us. He's such an infectious artist. He's what we call a guitarist's guitar player.
Yes.
And he is without doubt up there with any of the so-called big artists that you want to name. He has played with, I mean, who didn't he play with? ZZ Top, Deep Purple, Van Morrison, all those guys. Rory Gallagher is just a genius, a very special artist. Miss him at your peril.
But you have mentioned Van Morrison.
Yeah.
You have mentioned Van Morrison too. But yes, different musicians. Okay, but yes, Rory was unique.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. I know. And so we see you again, of course.
Yeah, thank you very much.
In Ballyshannon.
Yeah, we will be here.
I hope to have some other people with me in the future. I don't know, but
yeah, we look forward to
but
it.
It needs to have the right spirit for coming here.
Well, everybody here is passionate about Rory.
I've always said this to the people in Italy.
Yeah.
If you want to come to Ballyshannon, you need to have the spirit, the right spirit, for understanding and realizing the real spirit of the festival.
Yeah, absolutely. The festival, I think the festival is the spirit of Rory. Mm-hmm. You know, it very much is that just real, get out there, get at it, let's do it, and let the music just flow out there.
Yes, and for getting well with all of the people who stay here.
Yeah. You look around Ballyshannon, it's all happy faces. Everybody is smiling because they've got the rhythm and blues of Rory.
It's unique. Yeah. But not all people have got the right spirit.
The ones who are here have.
I know. But so, I think this will be a good reportage.
Good starting
14th
point.
June.
Yeah. Good luck with it.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you very much. Thanks for everything. And see you again.
I'll see you later, somewhere here.
Okay.
Ciao.
Ciao.